Hey there, my friends. There are two crucial things you need to know about this knife sharpener before you spend your money on it. I'm going to talk about those two things in just a second, but first, let's talk about some of the features and what it's like to actually use it. I'm also going to answer the most common questions on Amazon around how often do I need to use this sharpener and how do I care for the sharpener to make sure that it lasts a long time. There are two parts to this sharpener, what I'm calling the barrel and what I'm calling the holder. I want to start with the barrel. There are some things to know about the barrel. So you basically have two sides to this barrel. One side is a diamond blade sharpener right here. So this is a diamond surface. This is what you're going to actually be grinding on the knife with to create the edge. Then you have a refinement edge. So you're going to start with the diamond edge to get the it's a lot of edges. So you're going to start with the diamond side to get the edge on the knife that you want. Then you're going to use the refiner to just get some of those little nicks and some of those little imperfections out of the edge of the knife. Now this barrel, I don't know if you can see this or not, but when I spin this, it's built on some bearings right here. These bearings are very smooth. There's also a bit of weight to this, and I'm going to show you why there's a bit of weight to this in just a second. It is heavy. You also have some rubber gaskets right here, some rubber coatings. This is to place onto the surface that you're using to sharpen. That way it's not going to damage the surface that you're using it on or mark it. Also, it's what gives it the grip to actually sharpen in a meaningful way. So you're gonna hold the barrel in the middle here and you're gonna roll it on a surface along the edge of the knife, but there's something very specific you need to know about that. I'm gonna demonstrate sharpening in just a second. Let's talk about the holder. The holder is very simple, but there are some nuances to it. So first, I do wanna let you know, there's some nice rubber feet on the bottom. Again, that's to make sure it doesn't mark any surfaces, but also it's to keep it in place, because keeping everything in place when using this sharpener is crucial to the edge that you're gonna get on the knife. There are 2 degrees of hold on here. You got your 15 degree and you got your 20 degree. Most of your common kitchen knives and even pocket knives you're gonna use the 20 degree. There are some thin blade specialty knives that you would use the 15 degree. I don't have any knives that I use the 15 degree on, so all of mine are at that 20 degree. When you're using it, this is a very, very strong magnet. So when I put the knife up to that magnet, it grabs it immediately and it holds on to it. That's crucial. But no, I'm gonna show you how to set this up in a way that you get a nice straight edge, because if you get this knife on this holder crooked in some way, it could affect the edge that you get on the knife. So what I want to do is I'm going to pull the camera closer and show you how to actually sharpen this. Now, one thing to know, use a stable surface like a countertop or a table, something that's not going to move around, and preferably not a slippery surface either. It also needs to be very flat. So let's get closer and actually sharpen this knife. All right, to get started, I'm gonna identify my 20 degree angle right there. I'm gonna place this on the table and hold it very firmly. Before I put the knife to the magnet, I'm gonna put the knife flat on the table just like this, because like I said, it's so strong. It's gonna grab that knife as soon as it goes, because I wanna make sure it's nice and even and level. So it's gonna grab onto that knife almost with a click. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the barrel right here. I'm gonna identify the diamond side of the barrel right there. I'm gonna start at the very end, and I wanna make sure that I'm as even as possible with the edge of the knife, or with the parallel with the knife. And I'm gonna hold it right here in the middle. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, with gentle pressure, we don't wanna put a ton of pressure onto this knife, but with gentle pressure, I'm just gonna go back and forth all the way to the tip and back. Just with nice, gentle pressure. I don't need to push hard on this thing. And I'm maintaining that parallel space to the knife edge, just like that. And you'll see bits and pieces of steel start to come off on the knife blade right there. I don't know if you can see that. They'll show up black. So you do want to make sure that you wash the knife after you do this. Now, if I haven't sharpened this knife in a long time, I may need to do this anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes total. So that would be like 2.5 minutes to 4 minutes on each side. And I'm just basically working that edge with a really soft pressure working that edge. Before I go to the refinement side, I'm then going to take my knife and I'm going to flip it over, just like this, and make sure that's straight. And now I'm working it this way. Just nice, gentle strokes on the knife. Now, once I've done that evenly on both sides, I can go to the refinement. This is what's gonna give me that really nice fine edge. It makes less noise, it's taking less off, but you can hear it working. Same sort of thing, just nice gentle pressure, even strokes along the knife edge. And then I wanna make sure that I rotate the knife and do the refinement on the other side, the same amount that I did it on the other side. And eventually, we're gonna get a nice sharp edge on this knife. Now, you want to check for burrs on your knife, meaning some pieces of metal that are bent up over the knife. And if you just put it on your thumbnail, you can kind of feel a burr catch if it's there. There aren't any burrs on this blade right now because it's just going smoothly across my thumbnail, and that's a nice sharpened knife. So my friends, it's super simple to use. It's going to last a long time. I keep it in the box just so I can protect this edge and this edge. Now my first time sharpening, again, I need to do it for anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes on this knife. If I do this every 2 to 3 weeks, it takes me less than 2 minutes just to tune up that knife edge. Keeps my knife in good shape, and cutting is much more easier. So maintain this, keep it in the box or somewhere protected, use it often, and it will last a really long time, and your knives will last even longer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been helpful in deciding whether or not this is the right knife sharpener for you. Peace, everybody.